Hi, everybody. A very good afternoon to all of you. I hope your day is going well. And let me give you a preface what we are going to have today in this webinar. My name is Aarti Yadav, and I am an AVP Customer Relations in Zilite Solutions. And I'm very delighted to be your host for today's webinar. Along with me, I also have Zilite AVP Sales Head, Mr. Bhupesh. We will take you through the agenda of the webinar. To begin with, I will be giving you a brief insight about Zilite Solutions, followed by the speaker's introduction. Post that, it will be handed over to the speaker to take this webinar forward. Dear audience, please write your question in the chat as we will be taking them in our question and answer round. If the time constraint is there, we assure you that all the queries will be answered by our sales team on a call or on the mail for sure. The email and the phone numbers are there on each slide, so feel free to save them for future communication. To give you a few key facts about Zilite. Zilite Solution is a preferred Microsoft partner. People have some business ideas, but to transform those ideas into reality, Zilite comes in picture. Whatever complex business problems you may have, Zilite make little easy by solving it piece by piece. Even if it is a theory of constraints or predictive analysis or implementing process and platform, Zilite got you all covered. Zilite have implemented 350 plus enterprise solutions, 150 plus bespoke applications, and has served 500 plus clients globally, which caters to 30 plus industries. Major sectors are like energy, IT, education, manufacturing, government, retail, pharma, and BFSI. This is the complete Microsoft platform we have our forte in. To give you a quick glimpse about our key Indian clients, our clients are Rocket, Kirloskar, Baramati Agro, and many others. Our global clients are Caterpillar, Elan, Pierre Faber, Data Dynamics, Twitter, and many more, which speaks volume about our expertise and efficiency. Talking about a speaker, I would like to introduce you all to Ms. Anju Bala, who is a digital technical lead of business application from Microsoft. Ms. Anju Bala is the digital technical lead for business application at Microsoft with over 18 years of industry experience. Anju excels in understanding business challenges and designing tailored customer-centric solutions. She also provides guidance and leads the business application from sales and implementation across solutions, accelerating customer digital transformation journeys and maximizing their business outcomes. Over to you, Anju.
Thank you so much, Aarti. First of all, very good afternoon to everyone. I'm Anju Bala. I think Aarti has already prefaced about me, so no need for again introduction. So once again, thank you so much everyone to join in the session today. I'll make sure that whenever you will just go by this particular session, you'll able to understand few new things about the Business Central and how exactly we are taking up new innovations as part of the Microsoft Dynamics 365. With that, I'll quickly start sharing my screen. Hope everybody will be able to see my screen. Aarti, if you can just confirm me back, please, so that I can kickstart.
Yes, Anju. We can see your screen.
Super. So the first part, whenever we talk about any of an application within the Microsoft stack, it's very important for us to understand what is the whole Microsoft ecosystem. Because Microsoft is not about the single application which talks about it's just Business Central, it is just an O365, we are going on an Azure or something else. When we talk about the Microsoft, the first most important thing for us to understand what exactly the ecosystem Microsoft provides and how all these components within the ecosystem are integrated with each other. That's why we call this as like a one Microsoft Or we call this as a one integrated solution, which is completely based on SaaS model, that is Azure, that how exactly we can move towards into the area of digital transformation instead of certain traditional approach which we used to take for any kind of ERP systems, CRM systems, and all other ways. So whenever we start with an ecosystem, they have the four components. The first component start with the business data and the process. The business data means how any kind of enterprises will managing their businesses, which is always be is like the ERP, which is your enterprise resource planning, that how you are managing your finance, how you're managing your supply chains, how you're managing your manufacturing. So all the business specific operations activity we always do within the concepts of the Dynamic 365. Second is the productivity in the collaboration, which is like how actually I can enhance the productivity of my employee, how I can communicate to somebody else, how I can do a collaborations while leveraging the other Microsoft tools. So the productivity collaborations always includes the Microsoft 365, which we also called it as Office 365 with the Microsoft Teams. The third is the low code, no code platform. Low code, no code platform is always giving the platform that if you want to design any new app, mobile applications, any kind of portals, any kind of automations, any kind of chatbot. So anything, if we want to kickstart with the fresh, or even if you want to create anything which is already exist on the business central, just like an extended capability, for that purpose, we always use the Power Platform. Why we call this as a low code no code platform? Because mostly in the Power Platform, all the components has the ready-made templates available, which you can reuse it. Or even if you need to make a very heavy kind of the logic or very complete different kind of the portals you want to do, we already have certain code libraries available. You just need to do a little bit lift and shift and then you'll able to do the work. That's why we call this as will be a low code no code platform. And the fourth and the most important thing is insights and the analytics, because if you have the data, you know how to do the collaborations, you know how to create any kind of mobile applications and all. But the most important thing for any organization is how you do the enterprise level reporting, how I will create the analytics and dashboard. There we comes into the picture, the Power BI. And the whole stack is completely enabled with the AI, which we always call nowadays is a co-pilot. So co-pilot is a term where we say that we already have the pre-built use cases, which is available in all the different components which you can see on the screen, whether this is D365 Business Center, whether this is Microsoft 365, Power Platform, Power BI, or even on the Azure. Everywhere we do have the co-pilots, which has the pre-built AI automation use cases, which is already embedded within your application, or if certain use cases which is not pre-exist, then how we can create the customized use cases for the AI, which I will talk in the further one, which is all about Copilot Studio, that how exactly it can enhance. So this is the fully integrated AI powered stack. That's why we call this as this world is not about the traditional ERP system. This world is all about AI-led ERP system, that how we are moving towards the next generation AI along with the Microsoft Copilots. The Business Central is the only specific application which gives you an open architecture and allows you to connect with any Microsoft ecosystem application, which is having the native integrations, as well as the integrations with the third-party systems as well. The Business Central is right now is available within the 160 countries as well as in the 47 local languages, that how exactly you can derive from the end user's perspective. With that, I will be focusing more on the whole business application stack and then to the Business Central. When I say the Microsoft business applications, specifically around the Dynamics 365, so it's a complete suite. It is not a single application. It's a complete full-fledged suite, which is actually a combination of ERP plus CRM. So if you see on my screen, there are multiple applications which exist, like finance, business central, HR, commerce, supply chain. So this is a complete suite which is actually having the two components. One is the ERP section, which is handling your finance and the operations activity. And the second part is the CRM, or we also call this as the CE, the customer engagement, which is a front-facing, customer-facing applications, which comes as a part of that, like marketing, sales, field service, customer insights, and all that. All this application on the screen has embedded AI. They have embedded Power BI dashboards out of the box in the system. Even in that case, if we need to extend any of the base functionality of the product, then in that case, we can also leverage the Power Platform. As I mentioned on the last slide, the Power Platform is a low-code, no-code platform. That means it gives you the privilege that within the turnaround time, you can create your own mobile applications as well as the portals within the system itself. So we do have different components in the Power Platform. The Power BI, which has the capability to design any kind of analytical dashboards. The Power Pages, which gives you the flexibility that you can create any kind of internal or the external websites or the portals like customer portals, partner portals, or any kind of internal HR employees portals as well. We do have the Power Apps, which helps you to design the modular or the canvas kind of the mobile applications. The Power Virtual Agent, nowadays we also call this as a Copilot Studio, that how I can create the conversational chatbot, which is embedded within my Microsoft ecosystem or outside the Microsoft ecosystem. It gives the flexibility to design that. We also have the Power Automate, which is basically help you to do the automation, or sometimes we also call this as a hyper automation, along with the capability of the RP and the AI builder that you can automate any business process. Just think about that and we can do it. And then AI Builder, which is coming up with the artificial intelligence, although all the different apps which is available on the screen has an embedded AI. But still, if you want to make an additional use of an Azure AI or the RPA concepts, we can also include within that. So this is about the overall stack. But as this particular webinar is specific on the business central, so I will be talking more around the business central, that what is business central, what is the need of the business central, and how Microsoft is actually investing on the business central from the transformations perspective. Today's world is not about just to think that I want to implement some finance app or I want to think some supply chain app. We always start with the business operations priorities. That if I am working in a specific department or I'm working on a specific role, what exactly my key challenges are. And if I want to overcome these challenges, how this new application will actually help me do that. Or even how my whole ecosystem, which I'm trying to implement in an organization, can help you achieve that. So if I start with the one, if I am the CEO or the owner of an organization, what is important for me? For me, too important is that how I can increase the revenue and the profitability, how I talk about the innovations, the competitive advantages going on in the market, and the most important thing for me to understand as well, the employee culture, how they're engaging, what the productivity I'm getting out of that. That all comes as a part of that. Similarly, if I'm the finance head, for me, the most important thing is the financial health of an organization, how timely, accurately you are able to get the financial data so that you can do the quarterly or the year ending closing smoothly, how your business strategy and the investments are aligned so that I can know that, okay, this is the plan I did, this is what the actual conception is. If I need to figure it out, the new ways that how and where I need to invest, how the system can get me the data. So that all the different kinds of informations we can get it out of this. Similarly, we do have the sales role, operations roles, and the IT role. When we understand that, okay, by specific role, what are the business operations priorities are, then we will able to understand that what is or which is the one which is the right application or the system for me, which will help you unlock the growth of an organization in terms of performance, in terms of the satisfactions of employee and customer, plus your revenue as well as an expenditure, that how exactly we are dividing into. So the first thing is the new applications, or if I say the right applications, always helps you take the better decisions. It always eliminates the manual journals, manual workarounds, any kind of task which you are doing manual with the automated task. The most important thing for any organization when you are selecting an ERP application is how my system can comply with the audit requirements. Are you comply with the regional legal requirement, taxation, compliances, auditing, everything, as well as how you can help me to do the digital security. That even if I'm working on the SaaS model, I need to make sure that every employee is working into the secured manner. They have the secured access on the mobile devices or even on the laptop that they are working into. And how you can boost the productivity of an employee by not making a different logins for Word, for Excel, even for D365, or you are logging for any kind of report. How I can save that particular time by using the single sign-on features, by the native integrations of the product. So these are certain parameters, the key parameters I would like to say, which will help you that how you can unlock the growth of an organizations. Now, if I talk about the transformation, transformation is not like we just started implementation of any of the ERP system and we're able to move to the AI-led ERP system. No, we have to understand that how you actually transform your business operation, how you make your ERP in terms of adaptations, in terms of smarter work, and how you can work better, like productivity ratios, performance ratios, by making certain kind of automated workflows, timely data. I can also create some kind of schedule reports, which will actually help me that it is not about doing work. It is doing about smart work from the ERP system. And it is not like a data driven ERP. It's more about predictive analysis I can get from my ERP system so that I can take certain decision based on the data I do have in my system. So now Microsoft is not just saying we are going with the traditional approach of ERP system. We are saying we are doing two things. The first, we invest in the core capabilities. That means the basic structure of any ERP system, that's a core capability for us. And on top of this, we are enabling co-pilots. So what Copilot is doing, Copilot never do any kind of actions. Copilot means do a predictive analysis. Copilot means search something for you. Copilot means do you want to create any kind of chatbot so that it can work like an agent for you? If you are searching for any information, instead of you, the system can search on behalf of you and give you the complete summary of the data. So all these different kind of actions comes as a part of the Copilot. So if I start first with the core capabilities of the Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, the whole stack includes financial management, which is like your GL, AP, AR, fixed asset, cash and bank, all the different features which comes as a part of the standard financials. We also have the sales management. It's like having the whole order to cash processes, that how you can create the sales orders, the packing slips, sales invoices. If you want to make the sales returns, all the different concepts comes under that. We also do have the service management, that how you can create the job cards in the D365, the service orders in the D365. The project management is used to handle the basic type of the project accounting, that if you are creating any kind of the projects, the project list into the system, how you can create the work breakdown structure, how you do the resource assignments, that you can do is a business center. We also have the manufacturing management. Business Central is the ERP, which is actually supporting small to medium scale organization. That's why we cover the discrete manufacturing as a part of the manufacturing management here. But we do have the complete master planning. We do have the demand management as a part of the Business Central itself. Then it's a supply chain management, completely starting with the PIM module, that is the product information management, how you create the products, how you are managing the inventory, how you do the basic warehouse management, site, warehouse, how we are actually looking for tracking of the dimensions, storage dimensions, inventory adjustments, all that will come into part of this. And in between, you can see is the reporting and business insights. That means all the different key modules which I just talked about, they have embedded Microsoft Power BI dashboards or the reports. You need not to pay separately. It always comes as a part of the D365 subscription. What are the standard out of the box dashboards available in the Business Central there? And most of the modules has certain right now, because Microsoft has started investing on the Copilot from the last year. So we have right now somewhere around 20 plus Copilots on the Business Central. I'll showcase you a few of one today. But we are also investing in creating new Copilots. Other than that, if we are also want to create some custom Copilots on top of that, we can do because it's a complete single platform where we are working on. So first of all, I just love to play a few minutes of video that what exactly the Business Central is. And nowadays, it is not just as I mentioned about ERP, it's about the other surround applications from AI perspectives, productivity perspectives, operations perspective. So how we are helping the organization to transform their legacy applications.
As
As the leader of a small to medium-sized business, you wear a lot of hats: visionary, creator, motivator, and everything in between. You know your core business, your customers, and your competition. Whether in times of growth or uncertainty, when it comes to being at the leading edge of your industry, one constant remains: the ability to be agile and resilient to change. And Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central provides the tools you need to thrive. To stay competitive in a changing marketplace, successful businesses have moved to the cloud with Dynamics 365 Business Central.
Now, more than ever, small and medium businesses are looking to both grow their business and become more efficient. This means adapting new tools and processes that will help them reach new heights. This will include AI, which can help people with repetitive tasks, assist them on a daily basis, and ultimately improve job satisfaction. Business Central empowers you to do all of this and more in a comprehensive, all-in-one business application suite. This includes managing your finance, your service, your sales, and operations, providing a holistic view of your company and your data. And it's available in over 130 countries, ensuring Business Central is available wherever you are and wherever your customers are. With Business Central, you can maximize your productivity using the Microsoft 365 suite. This includes business intelligence with a Power Platform, letting you see your data in entirely new ways. This will include the Microsoft Dynamics 365 Copilot, unleashing productivity and letting people do things that they never thought they could do before. It's all built on top of Azure with the reliability, the security, and compliance that comes with it. And of course, the Microsoft Partner Network has experts around the world that know your company and know your industry and can support you wherever you are. Ultimately, Business Central allows teams to adapt faster, work smarter, and perform better.
Using Business Central, but also by using Power BI, we can better manage our inventory levels. As a result, every month is our best-selling month. So it keeps on growing just because we can keep the focus on getting our products into the markets and delivering the right products to the right consumer.
So basically, it's talk about the same thing which I conveyed on the last slides, that how the Business Central is helping an organization in terms of handling their finance, the supply chain, plus with the help of the Copilot's AI capabilities, how we can drive this to the next level of any kind of implementations which we are doing. So now I'll be a little bit talking about in detail that what are the key capabilities comes as a part of the Business Central specific to the module. And you can also see wherever I have also marked the Copilot. That means as on today, we already have the Copilot use cases available for these modules. Next R is also in the roadmap. So if I start with the finance and accounting, as I mentioned, it's talk about the financial modules. That means your GL, AP, AR, multi-currencies, multi-company, the budgeting, consolidations, electronic payments, the bank reconciliations, all comes as a part of the financial and accounting. Where you see this kind of an icon, which is an icon of the Copilots, we do have out-of-the-box AI-enabled use cases for the cash flow forecast, the bank account reconciliations. Nowadays, this world is all about automated bank account reconciliation. If you are integrated with any of your primary banks, you are receiving the bank statement directly to your system, as well as on your email as well, how system can pick it up that particular statement, do the auto matching based on the matching rules you have created, and then system will able to do the reconciliations automatically. If there is any kind of gap, it will let you know that these are the differences which you have to manually check, as well as review and just update the statement how you want to do. Similarly, we also do have the late payment prediction. Most oftenly, the people who are working as the collection coordinators or the customer managers, they always struggle that if I want to know something that, oh, how this particular customer is actually making a payment, it's always on time, it is always delayed, or the neutral, what kind of communications we have done with the particular customer. So this Copilot will actually help you, give you by just one click, as you select the customer, it shows you based on the historic transaction, how you are actually receiving the payment. Is always late, is always on time, or sometimes he may come kind of the delay, and it presents you like a summary report at front of you. So these are few use cases how exactly we are working. Similarly, we do have sales and marketing, which talks about marketing, contact management, campaigning, opportunity management, as well as if you're using the extended CRM side, D365 sales. So we do have the native integrations of the Business Central with the CRM as well. Inventory management, which talks about an extensive module of inventory, that how you do the inventory controls by batching, by serial number, tracking dimensions. You can create different kind of the item categorizations, the attributes, the hierarchies, as well as the multiple locations and the location transfers within the Business Central itself. As part of the supply planning and the availability, we do have the complete master planning module, which start with the supply planning, demand forecasting, sales and inventory forecasting, order promising from ATP and the CTP perspectives, as well as the calendars. That is from the manufacturing side as well as from the sales perspective. Both can be handled in the system. We do have the purchasing in the payable. The complete P2P process can be handled in the Business Central. We have the project management. It is not a complete extensive project, but it's a basic project accounting where it will help you that how you can create the projects, how you can define the resources, capacity management, projects, and timesheet. If you want to use the extensive versions of the project management, then we recommend to use the project operation, which is a different applications and can integrate with the Business Central as well. Then it's a warehouse management, how you manage the inventory picks, putaways, warehouse receipts, shipments, all that in the system itself. And the last but not the least is the manufacturing. I'm sorry, which is like how you manage the discrete manufacturing. So it's a assembly management, costing, bills of material, how you do the capacity planning, all that we can manage in the manufacturing module. These all are the out-of-the-box functions and features available in the Business Central as of today. So as I mentioned on the very first slide, Microsoft is not about the single application. It's all about leveraging the whole ecosystem of the Microsoft. That means how you can collaborate the Business Central with Excel, with Outlook, with Teams, as well as the Microsoft Copilot. It all has a native integrations. That means all the applications available on the screen can be handled via the single sign-on. They have embedded AI in the form of the Copilot, which you can start working, helps you summarize something, help you write some email, or when if you want to ask some questions in the natural language, it's give you the platform to ask directly from the system itself. Now, I'll little bit talk about the Copilot in the D365. When we talk about the Copilot, Copilot always works like assistant, or we call as a new term called agent. On behalf of you, the system can do certain task or an activity, and you can ask in your natural language. The good part is it is not a prompt specific. That means there is no predefined prompt which you can ask and then only system will give you the answer. No, it's a natural language. You can write whatever the questions you want to write and system will able to give you the answer. Whenever we use with a Copilot, we always need to define the model of the Copilot. Model means you want to work within your application. That means the Microsoft ecosystem, or do you want to get the data from the web? Based on your selection, the Copilot will always give you the answers. For an example, how the Copilot works in the D365 Business Central, we just have a quick video for this.
Keeping up with the pace of work can be challenging, especially when your business is adapting and growing. Transform the way work gets done with Microsoft Copilot in Dynamics 365 Business Central, your everyday AI companion. Save time by asking questions to find what you need. And onboard quickly with Copilot to guide you as you develop new skills. Accelerate sales and spark creativity with marketing text suggestions tailored to your unique brand, using details already in Business Central like color, size, and material. Use Copilot to create sales quotes, orders, and invoices faster and easier than ever before, so you can invest time in relationships instead of paperwork. Simplify your day-to-day by automating business processes with Power Automate flows. And reclaim time for your most impactful work by using Copilot to keep your finances organized, from reconciling bank statements to matching purchase orders with e-invoices.
all while using analysis views to make data-driven decisions that propel your business forward to new levels of success. Work smarter, adapt faster, and perform better with Microsoft Copilot in Business Central.
So you must have seen that how quickly you can get the answers, even if you're asking in the natural language, how system has the capability to give you the creative content ideas that if I want to create new image, if I want to give some kind of description to any kind of image, how the system can tell me. Other important thing of using the Copilot is how you can automate the tedious task, a repetitive task. So that system, you can just give the command to the system and system do on behalf of you all this task automatically. These are the few key benefits which we get as part of the Copilot as a perks. But what are the different use cases we do have? So if I talk about the use cases, we do have like how you can streamline the month-end reconciliations, how you can manage your e-invoicing matching, because this world is not about doing manual matching. Even if you're receiving any kind of purchases, you are receiving any kind of the e-invoicing you are creating, I don't want to do all the matching myself manually. How system has a capability to do this automatically for all the different incoming e-invoicing, how much you have the outstanding purchases and how I can take it forward. Similarly, that if you want to reclaim the time for an important work, so how I can just say, I don't want to work in engaging some kind of the repetitive task, how I can create some kind of dynamic conversational chatbot, which will actually help me get the answers for like location finders, for any kind of employee informations. Even if I want to know what kind of new skills I should learn from my system, the Copilot will be able to help me. So Copilot is not just about the data and the facts which is available in the system. It also has the capability that it can track your documents. It can bring you the new informations, the new skills, what exactly will be required by your organization. Plus, the other most important thing for the Copilot is the analysis. Analysis means how much the Power BI, how much the analytical or the different kind of dashboards has the capability to give you certain out of the box analytical views, which actually takes a lot of the time, lot of the mindfulness as well, that how I can create a good dashboard for the finance, how I can create a good dashboard for my sales and everything. Also, the D365 Business Central has out of the box reports available in the system. I'll show you how exactly it's there. We do have SSRS report, that means the SQL reports. We do have financial reports, which is your statutory reports. And we also do have the Power BI reports. All the different kind of the models, all the different type of reporting layouts are out of the box available in the Business Central. Even on top of that, if we want to create certain niche reports which is specific to your business, then we can also leverage the Power BI on enterprise level too. So I'll also play a few seconds video just to give you the glimpse that how much reporting capabilities comes as a part of the Business Central.
Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central has powerful built-in capabilities to analyze and report on data, but finding the insights you need takes time. Copilot simplifies analysis by transforming raw data into insightful summaries using next-generation AI. Just describe what you need, and Copilot creates totals, pivots, and filters to help you find the information you're looking for. Now you can easily explore trends and outliers without ever leaving Business Central. And it's available for most Business Central data, even your customizations, so everyone in your organization can get to insights faster. Make data-driven decisions that propel your business forward with Copilot in Business Central.
So this video is all about that we do have the reports available out of the box system, how Copilot can help you ask the questions, and then based on the reports, Copilot can bring the answers of your question, whatever you have asked. Again, this is not a fixed prompt language. This is a natural language. You can ask in your language what kind of information you want, top 5 vendors, top 5 customers, why this is the trend from the historical one, any kind of question you can ask. But I can make the life more easy by bringing the Copilot on the Power BI, as I mentioned earlier, that if I want to create some new reports, which is not out of the box available in the Business Central, which is very niche to the business requirements, in that case, we can also leverage the Power BI. Now, this world is all about the transformation. So we do have the Copilot in the Power BI as well, which is now bringing the next level of the transformation that you just think about what kind of report and the dashboards you want to create. Ask the Copilot, and Copilot will able to create at front of you. Just look at this video and I'll re-narrate again that what is the use of Copilot here and how this is embedded or linked with my Business Central as well.
Let's take a look at how Copilot in Power BI is empowering everyone to quickly find and share insights. For example, Sam, an
So this screen is about the Microsoft Power BI. You can open from the Business Central or you can open directly in your Power BI web browser as well. This is the Copilot window. You can see the screen is completely blank, but we are assuming it has out-of-the-box integrations with the Business Central already. Because this video is about, I am asking my Copilot to create some kind of the report. So in the backend, I need some data. So for this particular use cases, my native integrations is a D365 business data where my financials, where my operation data resides into. So you just ask the question and based on that, see how exactly it will design the report for you.
HR analyst who is constantly handling requests from my management to do analysis and provide answers. It can take hours and even days to respond with new reports. Now, with Copilot in Power BI, I can simply describe the report I want to build and get insights in seconds. Maybe I need a breakdown of some of our employee data to understand demographics and hiring trends. I just describe what I need, and Copilot will automatically analyze my data and create a new report based on my needs. Immediately, I have a beautiful Power BI report that has been automatically created and is fully interactive. I can start slicing and dicing my data to explore deeper. Copilot.
Now, this is not the magic that you just write the text and system will design the Power BI report. In the backend, we do have certain out-of-the-box templates or the models available. As you will write, system will design the report from you based on that particular template. But again, with this help of Copilot, you can change the look and feel, you can change the tiles, you can change the value or the overall reports that how exactly you want to create. And if you want to save this as a template for the future purposes, you can also do it.
It added the charts and slicers I asked for, but also conveniently gives me options to adjust the output to get just what I need. For example, let's switch to ask for metrics and trends in a slightly different layout. Automatically, Copilot updates the report. Let's go ahead and keep this report page, and it goes much further. I can also ask questions such as, why is our attrition rate going up? Copilot responds by adding a new page to my report and tapping into Power BI's built-in advanced analysis capabilities for finding key influencers for variables in my data. In addition to giving me a summary of an insight about different employee types having different attrition rates, I can easily explore Power BI's key influencer visual to see what's driving the biggest impact on our attrition rate. I can even automatically see the most significant segments in my data just by clicking. Now let's go back to the first page and finish up our new report. I'm going to ask Copilot to make it look like our existing exec dashboard. And instantly, it's applied the same formatting and style and adjusted the layout to match. Best of all, I can still...
So you can see that it is not just to get the data and present in a specific format. It is about like conversational AI bot, where you are telling them that, okay, I want this kind of parameterization in my report, or I want to change the layout of my report, or even if I have some question, I can ask the Copilot and Copilot can create a complete page to show you what is the reason behind that particular component or the value which is coming out of this. This is all coming through the Power BI, which is all coming through the Copilot, which is infused or the embedded within the system itself. With that, as I mentioned earlier, the Copilot term is all about pre-built use cases. Microsoft is investing on every month. You can simply go to the bank as well as check the D365 planner. You will able to get what Microsoft bringing new to the Business Central as a part of the Copilots. But even if you want to create some custom Copilot, which is very niche as well as specific to your businesses only, or we want to create certain adjustment to the current Copilots, we can do with the help of the Copilot Studio. So Copilot Studio is an end-to-end conversational AI platform. You can build your own platform. You can build your own Copilot on top of this. Just think about the scenarios in the mind and you'll able to do it. That's why in another terms, we also call this as Copilot Studio. It's a kind of the art of possible automations, what we can bring on the table for you. Just a quick example, how exactly this would work.
With generative AI and a powerful dialogue builder, Microsoft Copilot Studio lets you create your own conversational experiences and make them available wherever users are across multiple channels. Click to create a Copilot and describe what you want it to support, providing instructions about behavior and tone, and point it to a website to further infuse it with data. That's it. In just these simple steps, your Copilot is instantly capable of rich, multi-turn conversations.
So you must have seen in this video, in few seconds, I can create my own custom Copilot. And the good part is you can embed this in your public website if you want to create for outside, internal website if you want to use for the internal purposes, or even you can embed this within your MS Teams. It's just like simple chatbot.
Since Copilot Studio is a full end-to-end SaaS with no infrastructure to deploy or maintain, you can easily publish this to your support site or other channels like Microsoft Teams, so your customers or employees can use it quickly. Or you might want to further infuse your Copilot with additional knowledge by easily adding a number of different data sources from the Knowledge page. Including documents, SharePoint sites, Dataverse, and data from your CRM and ERP systems. Copilot authors no longer need to build and curate hundreds of dialogues for every question a user may ask. Just add your knowledge, your actions, then your topics, and your Copilot will do the rest. Copilot Studio can also extend and customize Microsoft Copilots, like Copilot for Microsoft 365, Copilot for Sales, and Copilot in Dynamics 365 Customer Service, enabling personalized, company-specific use cases with access to back-end systems that Microsoft Copilots don't have existing access to.
So basically, it always talks about that even if you want to tailor existing Copilot, as I mentioned, which is already exists in the Business Central, your sales, your service, you want to tailor that even Copilot Studio helps you do that. So it's not just about creation of new, it's about even if you want to make some kind of changes in the existing one, it allows you to do that. With that, now I will come to why actually the businesses are migrating to the cloud. Although I just spoke about, it's not just a business central of an ERP system, which has the core capabilities as well as the AI capability. It's more than that. It's about the productivity. It's about the collaborations. It's about the analytical dashboards and everything. But why we actually moving the businesses from the on-prem applications to the cloud applications, if I talk in very three fundamental concepts. The first is about modernized system and security, because the SaaS solutions or the solutions which is on cloud, they always use the latest technologies. They always work towards the security because security is the most important thing for us. How you can take benefits of the other Microsoft applications by using single sign-ons and everything. That makes the product is not like an individual or the independent product. Instead, we call this as the integrated cloud solutions with other applications too. Whenever we are moving towards the cloud, the Microsoft always takes care of the regional as well as the legal requirement of a specific country from finance perspectives, auditing perspectives, GDPR perspectives, as well as the customer advocacy perspectives and all other ways. That's why it's not about just working into the system. We are modernizing the system in terms of an IT, in terms of AI, as well as in terms of the security, as the security is the first priority for the Microsoft itself. Second is improve productivity. Whenever we move from the on-prem to the cloud, you will able to see the differences in terms of automation, in terms of guided workflows, AI-enabled use cases, how you will able to seamlessly use Outlook, Excel, and everything. It is not something you have to download the file, export, import, update the data, do the integrations. No, it is all seamlessly work with the help of the single sign-on. You can access the Business Central on web in any of the devices, whether this is mobile, tablet, any of the browsers you are using, you can access anywhere. Of course, for certain organization, the security matters that I want to access this particular Business Central link only on a specific devices or only for a specific employees. So there we comes with the Azure security policies, which is also completely available as part of the SaaS applications. Reduce cost in the simplified IT, because when we are talking about the on-prem application, that means it's a complete your responsibility to manage your infrastructures, your DR, your backup. As your business is growing, your transactions are growing, you also need to focus somewhere on your infrastructure. An infrastructure which is not coming up the free, you have to do a lot of the investment in terms of the finance, in terms of resources too. But when we move to the cloud, Microsoft takes care all the responsibility and accountability of managing your infrastructures, your backup, DR planning, as well as how the different kind of updates will also come, which will actually eliminate your on-prem or the infra cost. Instead, we recommend everybody that invest that particular cost on your employees, on your transformation journey, that how you will be moving towards an AI. So how we are actually working with this? Whenever we talk any migrations from on-prem to the cloud applications, we follow the three terms, which is called AIM. A means accelerate, that how I can think about that this is the right time to kickstart with my assessment, that what I am doing in my current application. If you are using older version of Business Central, which is the NAV or any kinds of AX or any other third-party system as well, we always start with an assessment so that we understand what are the current processes you have implemented, what is the critical processes specific to the organization, or what kind of customizations you have done. And then we work together in the part of the innovate, where we take expert guidance that what will be the right solution, how I can work with an implementation, what kind of services are available, or if I need to migrate from the older version of the Business Central, which is an NAV, to the D365 Business Central, what are the different approaches we do have. And the third is a move. Move means move with an agility and scale as your business grows. As I mentioned earlier, the cloud definition says as your business is growing, your infra is growing automatically in the backend. You need not to worry about what will be my infrastructure, what will be the servers, how I will be managing the securities, how I will be challenging all about the auditing things and everything. This is all which Microsoft will take care of that. So whenever you start moving to the cloud, you will able to see the benefits from the different angles, that how my investment is actually giving me ROI in terms of commercials, in terms of productivity, as well as how you are moving towards the transformation. That's why we always say move with the confidence to the cloud now. And there we always need help from our preferred partners, which gives us strength, which gives us the trust that how we can take you to the next journey, which is not just an ERP system, which is always be like an AI-led implementations or the services, how we are working. So just few glimpse, or I would say the summary, that what is the need of using the Business Central and why I should go with the Business Central. Business Central is a cloud-based applications which gives a remote access that you can access these machines on anywhere, mobile, tablet, browsers. It always has a deep functionality Deep functionality means the inbuilt processes which I showcase you, whether this is the finance, supply chain, warehousing, manufacturing, project. We have the deep inbuilt feature enabled in the system. It's an open architecture. It's a complete flexible and agile that you can integrate with any third-party application outside the Microsoft ecosystem, or within the ecosystem, you already has native integrations available. It's a highly customizable. We don't have any kind of the secured layer available in the business central. If you want to do any kind of customizations based on the verticals, you can do. We also have the ISVs. ISV means certain solutions which is approved by the Microsoft and which is ready to plug in with your business central that can also be used. The business central is complete robust as well as the flexible reporting and analysis, because we do have, as I mentioned, we do have multiple kind of reports available, whether this is SSRS report, financial or the statutory reports. We do have e-reportings. We do have the different kind of the Power BI and the dashboards. So it gives you flexible ways that how exactly you want to see the reports. You want to do the analysis, and nowadays you can take use of Copilot to ask the question that why this report is looking like this, so that you can take certain decision based on that. And other most important thing is it's rapid to deploy and easy to use. It is not like we have to completely go with the different agendas item for an implementations. You just need to first figure it out. What is the current processes? What are the key processes? How many customization you have already done in the past, so that when you are evaluating the business central, you can check whether this is out of the box available or is it any kind of gap. Do we have some kind of readily solutions available within the Microsoft, and then start working on the deployment side. And the other three things, which is a USP for the Microsoft, is all applications within Microsoft 365. That means your Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, MS Teams has a native integrations. It all works with a single sign-on. You don't need any kind of integrations or efforts to be made. The Microsoft Copilot nowadays is embedded in the Business Central, which lead towards an AI innovation, which also helps us for our own vision that how you can adapt faster, how you can work smarter, as well as perform better when you are going towards your new journey of an ERP implementation. And the third is it delivered the world-class security performances as well as the scale. You never need to worry about the performance. You never need to worry about what will be my infra, how Microsoft is managing my data in terms of security and all. Microsoft is number one in leading security in the whole world, that how exactly we work with them. So these are the key benefits when we start working towards the migration from on-prem to the cloud. It is not just an on-prem of Microsoft like an NAV or AX, even if you're using any other applications, how the Business Central can give you the benefits in terms of an operations, benefit in terms of an IT, benefit in terms of the productivity and the collaborations with the another Microsoft application stack, that how we are using it. So this is exactly how we are working with this. With this, I will just stop. If any person has any questions, I'm happy to take up. Or maybe Aarti, if you can just check into the chat as well.
Yes, Anju, thank you so much. It was really enlightening and very informative session. There is a question that has come up. I'll just read it for you. It's
Sure.
by VK. How does the platform handle independent?
Apologies, Aarti, I cannot hear you.
Hi, Anju. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
Amit.
Hi, sorry, there was some problem. We couldn't hear Aarti. So the question is, how does the platform handle independent tools like Automation Anywhere, UiPath, SAP, etc. for RPA and automation? Or Power Automate itself is sufficient to run all automation functions without needing an independent tool?
So if we talk about the independent tools, you correctly mentioned first tool we always comes into the mind is a Power Platform, where we always leverage the Power Automate whenever we want to integrate with any application outside the Microsoft ecosystem. We do have standard connectors available, or even if standard connectors are not completely done, we need to create custom connectors. That is also possible within the Microsoft Automate. But nowadays, we are also moving towards an AI journey. So we recommend, and nowadays, we're also working towards a Copilot Studio, which has the number one, it has the access to doing integrations with any third party applications. Number two, you can create a conversational chatbot, whether you are using SAP, you are using Oracle, you are using Microsoft Stack, you can create on top of anyone that. It's just if you are using the Microsoft Business Centrals, you are using Microsoft Finance and Operations, or any Microsoft application, it comes with the native integrations. With other ones, we always use the connectors, which is available in form of standard or the premium connectors. Hope I'm able to give the answer of the question.
Thank you, Anju. And the follow-up question is, how well does it stand in a multi-cloud environment or non-Azure environment?
So as on today, the Business Central is available only on Azure. You cannot host on any other cloud environment.
Yeah.
It just follows, you can have your private cloud or you can use a public cloud. That is the only options available with that. Because Microsoft comes with their own Azure security and everything. That's why we always run on Azure, not on any other platform.
Correct. And also all the updates that we give in, releases twice a year, so you get that automatically. Whereas if you go on the public cloud, you won't get
True.
that.
True. I think
So
then
yeah,
you added a very good thing because why we use Azure? Because we use the one version policy nowadays. We want every person, every customer to be always on the latest update. By managing everything on Azure, we are not just using the different applications, we are also using the updates. We are also taking help from Azure services, which is surround from security perspective, innovations perspectives all together in one window.
correct. And as you very rightly mentioned in the session, it is one cloud, one ecosystem. So if you're moving away from Azure, then you would not be able to capitalize on the wider ecosystem of what Microsoft offers. So yeah, thank you, Anju. That was fantastic. A very insightful session, of course. And I'm sure everyone else on the webinar found it useful. Just one other point, there are offers and promotions available from Microsoft if you want to move from Navision to BC, or if you're looking to move from any other ERP to Business Central. So if you have any requirements, do reach out to us and we shall be able to help you with that. So with that, I'll hand it over back to Aarti for any closing remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you, Anju. And I really thank my audience and hope to see you again soon for the next webinar. We'll inform you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone,
Thanks so
for your
much,
time.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.